Hello all and welcome to our introduction to the Netsuite caching module. We just loaded this Netsuite instance running Netsuite 23.1 with an average transactions of 500,000 transactions a month. It's a very busy environment. This is a production environment with a lot of customer records, a lot of transactions as mentioned, around 40 users and a lot of different modules implemented. The caching module is loaded on the dashboard as a custom portlet. It's done per user, so you set this up per user. You also define the records to cache per user. We'll get to that in a minute. As mentioned, this is a portlet that reloads every time you refresh the dashboard or refresh the portlet itself. We have 6 out-of-the-box records that we've implemented. We thought of to be beneficial for everybody, but it could be that for your department or your company, it's different. You want to add one, you want to delete one. All of that is possible, and I'll show you that in a minute. As you can see, the 6 out-of-the-box records are very different and each have a different loading time. This is of course based off of that record and the amount of data that needs to be loaded. This is a highly customized environment, so every record is really different. If we take for instance the customer record, which is cached, and we open that quickly, you can already see because of the pre-caching I can start typing, start working, creating a customer, doing everything I need to do. The same for instance for a journal entry record. If I open that one, boom, it's there, I can start working, doing my stuff. But as mentioned, this is all nice for the out-of-the-box records, but what if your department wants something else? It wants to delete a couple of these so it doesn't cache the records because your department doesn't use it. For instance, you're a purchasing department, so you're only looking at vendor bills, vendor returns, inventory adjustments, POs, and whatnot. Well, we have this overview where you can either delete or add new records. So let's start by adding a new one. We go to new record. We can type in a custom name. We can do types. And if we look at types, we can do it on a record list as you've just seen for instance, customers. But we can also do it on a report, on a saved search, a custom record list, or a custom URL, for instance, a custom form that we want to edit. So let's start off by giving it a name. We'll do a custom form today. So custom form load. And let's see what entry form we're going to use. We go over to the entry forms. As you can see, it's already quite slow at loading, as most of us are used to. And let's see one that we customized. Let's take the customer form. I'll open it. It loads fairly quickly. I'll grab this URL, go back to my custom record. I set it as a custom URL record because a form is that. I add the URL and I also include it in the portlet, meaning that if I refresh the portlet, it will show up as a custom form load and show me the loading time of that custom record. You can also see include in scheduled scripts. We've not mentioned this before. Most of this stuff is for your end user, so the front end, but we also can load this for the back end for the scheduled scripts. I always use the example of a sales order being fulfilled and automatically being invoiced with a scheduled script. By doing so, you need to grab the customer record, the item fulfillment record, the sales order record, and any other record you're grabbing or using data from for an invoice, for instance, on a scheduled script. So if we turn this on for, let's say, the customer record, for the invoice record, but also for the item fulfillment record, those 3 subjects don't have to be loaded on that script generating that invoice. It will already be pre-cached, pre-saved, so it will save a lot of loading time in your script or execution time on your script. But as mentioned, we're first going to start off with this custom form. We just put in the URL, we're going to save it, and we quickly get an overview of what we've just done and every setting we've mentioned. And right now, if I refresh my dashboard, I'll see every record that that was automatically set and the new one I just set. So you can see different loading times every time, of course, because caching is never the same. So let's have a look at that custom form we just added. I'll open it. Boom, there it is. This is also something you could do, for instance, on a saved search or in a report. If you're looking at daily analysis of certain data, let's say you're grabbing a saved search that has about 10,000 records, you can add it to this pre-caching and it will load that saved search a lot quicker. The same for reports. If you're looking at a report daily, just add it to this module and you'll see a lot less loading time and a lot quicker response. If you need any further information, please reach out to us by phone or email or visiting thenextdigitals.nl.